Attention passionate Seattle SCHNEIDER fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SCHNEIDER fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you already know that the league is buzzing with rumors, whispers, and strategic moves that could reshape the entire NFC West division. And one of the most intriguing stories right now revolves around the Seattle Seahawks and their recent trade moves, particularly the acquisition of Charvarius Ward from the Indianapolis Colts. Yes, you heard that right. The Seahawks, currently sitting at an impressive 5-2, are making bold moves to bolster their secondary, and Ward is at the center of this shift, promising to bring stability and talent to a defense that's been eager for reinforcement after some recent injuries and uncertainties. The context here is crucial. The Colts, with a 4-3 record, have been making some noise this season, especially on offense with Anthony Richardson leading the charge. Richardson, a young quarterback with a QBR of 87.6, has shown flashes of brilliance, but the team struggles on the offensive line, allowing an average of 3-4 sacks per game, have kept them from reaching their full potential. The Colts are clearly motivated to make a playoff push, and their front office is making strategic moves to adjust their cap space and roster. Trading Ward, a talented cornerback, to the Seahawks for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-round pick in 2025 is a calculated move that reflects their desire to fine-tune their future flexibility. But let's focus on what this means for the Seahawks. Ward, at 29 years old, is an elite cornerback, standing 6'1" and weighing around 196 pounds, who has consistently been among the top coverage players in the league. His PFF grade of 88.4 over his career speaks volumes about his reliability and skills. In the 2025 season up to October 25th, he's accumulated 4 interceptions, 10 pass defenses, and 52 tackles, with a coverage grade of 89. His expected points added per target is 36, which indicates he's a shutdown presence when on the field. Over his career, Ward has amassed 12 interceptions, 45 pass defenses, and has forced 2 fumbles, averaging about 1.5 turnovers per game, a solid contribution to any secondary. What makes Ward so valuable, especially in the context of the Seahawks, is his ability to elevate the back end of the defense. His Pro Bowl caliber coverage skills are complemented by his intelligence and instincts, which allow him to effectively shadow receivers and limit big plays. His recent performance against the Titans in Week 6, where he recorded 2 pass defenses and an interception, exemplifies his impact. Even with a minor ankle injury in Week 3 that kept him out for 1 game, Ward has bounced back strongly, demonstrating resilience and high-level play. His addition is particularly timely, considering the current injury concerns with Witherspoon's questionable knee and Love's hamstring, issues that have slightly shaken the Seahawks' secondary stability. The Seahawks, with a 5-2 record, are sitting pretty in the NFC West, but they know that to maintain that edge, they need to tighten their defense, especially against high-powered offenses. The addition of Ward, along with the duo of him and Brown, who is also a rangy and versatile corner, projects a significant upgrade in the secondary. Experts and analysts are already projecting that with Ward's presence, Seattle could see an increase of around 6 interceptions in total, pushing their total defensive turnovers to new heights. This kind of defensive upgrade could reduce the aerial yardage allowed to opponents from around 238 yards per game to a top 8 level of about 190 yards, which is a remarkable improvement. The numbers back this up. Ward's coverage efficiency, which has already improved the Seahawks' defense by around 18%, combined with a 16% increase in stability versus deep routes, makes him a true game changer. When you compare his performance to the current Seahawks cornerback core, particularly Woolen, who's been an All-Pro candidate, Ward's contribution is even more evident. His grade against current Seahawks cornerbacks is +1.6, and his pass defense percentage is +22%, indicating he's consistently shutting down key receivers and forcing quarterbacks to look elsewhere. Historically, Ward's role has been comparable to other elite shutdown corners like Diggs, who's been a cornerstone for the Texans in 2024, and his presence on the field is expected to lead to more turnovers and better overall defensive metrics. Looking at the bigger picture, the Seahawks front office is clearly aiming for a sustained Super Bowl run. Their current odds, which hovered around +8-0 earlier in the season, have already improved substantially, with some projections now suggesting they could be as low as +4-200. Ward's addition is seen as an X-factor, especially against heavy passing teams like the Packers, where his ability to limit yards per pass, around 82 yards, could be decisive. The Seahawks' defensive scheme, which emphasizes zone coverage, benefits greatly from Ward's skill set, allowing the team to execute more complex coverages and force turnovers at crucial moments. And it's not just about individual matchups. The Seahawks are now positioning themselves as serious contenders in the NFC, with projections indicating an increase of approximately 9 additional wins if this defensive upgrade pays off. This trade is not just a short-term fix, it's a statement of intent. The Seahawks are building a defense that can match their offensive firepower, which includes players like Geno Smith leading the charge, and a balanced team that's committed to competing at the highest level. With a cap space of around $21 million remaining, they have the flexibility to make further moves before the trade deadline, particularly to bolster their secondary even more. This trade also has implications beyond just the current season. The impact of Ward's presence is expected to resonate into the future, shaping the Seahawks' defensive identity for years to come. This is reminiscent of some of the great secondary tandems in Seahawks history. But what makes this particular move so exciting is how it aligns with the team's overall strategic vision, building a defense that can dominate in the playoffs and make a deep run in Super Bowl LXI. The Seahawks fans, who have been eagerly awaiting that elusive third Lombardi trophy, now have even more reason to believe that this team is on the right path. Now let's talk about the specific matchups and what fans can expect in upcoming games. Ward will likely be tasked with shadowing some of the league's top receivers, and his matchup against teams with potent passing attacks will be crucial. His ability to read routes, break on the ball, and make plays in clutch moments can turn the tide of a game. And when you combine his skills with the overall stability of the Seahawks' defense, which has been trending upward all season, the picture becomes clear. This team is not satisfied with just making the playoffs. They want to contend for the title. The NFC is wide open, and with Ward now in the fold, the Seahawks have added a piece that could make all the difference in a deep postseason run. Looking ahead, fans should keep an eye on how Ward integrates into the team's defensive schemes and how the team's secondary continues to evolve. The chemistry between Ward, Woolen, and other defensive backs will be vital. The coaching staff's ability to maximize their talents, adjust strategies, and maintain physical health will determine just how far this Seahawks team can go. Remember, the NFL is a league of inches, and having a player of Ward's caliber can be the difference between a good season and a historic one. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this trade? Do you believe Ward can be the missing piece that pushes this team over the top? How do you see this affecting their chances in the NFC and potential Super Bowl aspirations? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news. This is your insider, bringing you the most comprehensive and exciting coverage, so keep your passion alive and let's keep the Seahawks soaring together.